So, yeah, WWE is deciding to finally unify the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship at TLC between John Cena and Randy Orton. Now, I'll be honest with you, I kind of felt that this match should have been done at WrestleMania 30, you know, because I think it would have been a lot more meaningful, seeing as that we've had this belt, these two champions, for about 11 years. But at the same time, you know, back in 2001, they did the same thing at a December pay-per-view called Vengeance, when they merged the World Heavyweight Championship, or the WCW Championship at the time, and the Attitude Era Champion WWE Championship belt, and we had our first undisputed champion in Chris Jericho. I mean, that happened at a December show. But to me, with this one, I really felt it should be at WrestleMania 30. But a lot of people are thinking that it's not going to get unified, and I actually feel that it shouldn't get unified then, that they think something else is going to happen at the main event. And one of the theories was actually been made by WWE TNA for Life on YouTube. He thinks that instead of it merging, John Cena and Randy are going to trade titles, and I think that is a great route to go with. I mean, we never really, in WWE, we never really seen two champions going at each other to try to get each other's titles, and then by some act of fate, they ended up with different titles. They actually trade belts or something like that. Like for example, a good example, I've seen this done before at an indie show called PWF-Northeast, where they had their champion, the PWF Northeast champion, the Latin Braveheart, Ryan Bisbal, against Steve Corino, who was actually the PWF Universal Champion. So they actually had a match with each other, the unified match, and they actually ended up pinning each other. So instead of saying that it was a draw, they said, well, they beat each other, so they actually traded belts. So instead, Ryan became the Universal Champion and Steve Corino became the Northeast Heavyweight Champion. And I think that this is a good route that WWE should do. I mean, it's hardly been done before. I mean, to my knowledge, it's hardly been done before. So pretty much hopefully what they'll probably do is, since it's a ladder match, a TLC match, like John Cena will grab for the WWE Championship and Randy Orton will grab for the World Heavyweight Championship, and all of a sudden they fight for it, and then all of a sudden they both drop with those belts, and then all of a sudden they traded belts. And I think that is the best route I feel that the WWE should be going with. And then finally unify those belts at WrestleMania 30. But we don't know for sure if that's the plan. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm hoping that they'll trade the belts rather than unifying it at TLC. But if they do, they do. It's their belt. They do what they want. You know what I mean? So, but what do you guys think the WWE should do for the finish for the main event at TLC? Should they trade the belts instead, or should they finally just unify it? Or, like I said, trade the belts and then unify it at WrestleMania 30. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Alright? See you later, guys.